listen to what my friend said about drugs. If you're a Muslim or not, take a look.
Peace be with you. What do you need to understand as a Muslim about drugs and addiction? The first thing you have to understand is that drugs are the exact opposite of salah. They are the exact opposite of prayer. Why do I say that? Well, in the 5th chapter of the Quran, verses 90 and 91, God tells us, O you who believe, intoxicants, khamr, and gambling, and altars set up and dividing by arrows, which is essentially raffling, or filth, the devil's work, avoid them that you may be successful. Surely the devil is trying to introduce hatred and animosity among you by means of intoxicants and gambling, and to keep you away from prayer, and to cause you to forget about God. Will you not then stop? And what does God tell us about prayer? In the 29th chapter of the Quran, verse 45, God tells us the purpose of prayer. God says, and recite that which has been revealed to you of the book, and keep up prayer, keep up salah. Surely prayer keeps away from indecency and evil, and remembrance of God is greatest. Remembrance of God is akbar. So God tells us in the Quran that the shaitan is trying to introduce hatred and animosity among us by means of intoxicants and gambling, and to keep us away from prayer, and to cause us to forget about God, and to stay away from it if we want to be successful. On the other hand, God tells us to keep up prayer because it will protect us from indecency and evil, and cause us to remember God. And remember that God also says in the Quran that it is with remembrance of God that hearts find peace. They are exactly the opposites of each other. Prayer is from God. It is designed to help us, while intoxicants and gambling are from shaitan, designed to destroy us. And more importantly, God tells us that shaitan is trying to keep us away from prayer, which is our salvation. So shaitan, the devil, is trying to keep us away from salvation by causing us to get intoxicated, knowing that God says in the Quran, in the 4th chapter of the Quran, verse 43, O you who believe, do not approach prayer while intoxicated until you know what you are saying. The only time a Muslim is forbidden to pray is when he is intoxicated. Shaitan knows this, so all he has to do is get us to try drugs, get us to get addicted, and our destruction is certain. If you want to see it with your own eyes, if you live in any big city here in the United States of America, go where the people who are addicted, go where those who suffer from addiction are, and you will see their suffering. Unfortunately, their suffering will continue in the hereafter, in the akhirah, if they do not wake up. They are certainly not successful. So, I want to give advice to people in regards to drugs. If you have never tried drugs, if you see yourself as a Muslim, then remember that shaitan approached Adam and Eve and asked them to only do one thing, to try something. Try this fruit. Yeah, Allah made it forbidden for you, but try it. It will be good for you. Same thing with drugs. Nobody is going to approach you and say, here, try this, it will destroy your life, because they know you're not going to try it. They're going to come to you and say, try it. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to take away anxiety. It's going to take away fear. We're going to be your friends if you try it. They're going to try to fool you exactly as Shaitan fooled Adam and his wife. If you are an addict currently, my advice to you is not to quit drugs. But if you see yourself as a Muslim, my advice to you is start praying. And if you can find a way around your salah to get high and be sober for the next one, then that is your problem. But if you start praying right now, 99% of your problems are going to go away, because now you are sober the whole day as a Muslim who keeps up his salah. So don't even think about it in the terms of quitting drugs. Think about it in terms of coming back to Allah, being a Muslim. Since you already call yourself a Muslim, remember that Muslims pray. All you got to do is keep your prayers up. And like Allah said, like Allah promised you in the Quran, it will keep you away from indecency and evil. You will stop being an addict immediately. You may not get clean off drugs, but if you keep up every prayer, it is impossible to be an addict. It is impossible to sink to the point where you are standing on a corner, homeless, destroyed. And inshallah, God willing, you will one day completely stop. And if you are in recovery, remember that Shaitan is just waiting for you to get weak. If you see yourself as a Muslim and you were successfully quit drugs, but you are not keeping up your salah, you are one tragedy away from the depression that is going to destroy you, that is going to push you back into drugs. Because remember depression and that feeling of I just don't care. Let your child die, let your family member die, let everything you worked for in this dunya disappear. A huge loss, and you may experience the I don't care feeling and just go back to drugs right away, and you will be destroyed. This is what God teaches us in the Quran. This is why prayer is exact opposite of drugs. And remember what God said in the Quran, in the 5th chapter of Quran, verse 92. And obey God and obey the messenger, but be warned. If you turn away, if you don't listen to this advice, if you try drugs, if you listen to Shaitan and you try drugs and you become an addict, then on our messenger was only to clearly deliver. You have been warned. And if you don't listen, it's your fault. The messenger did deliver the message. Peace be with you.
A Muslim, be a man.